As we kind of approach the finish line, Mike, I know you would encourage me to go back to episode 1 and when I first shared my story. And I will tell the listeners this. I mean, I think we touched on it previously, but I do want to reiterate one more time before we're done that, maybe that night when the first episode came out, I was, still a little nervous about it. And in general, I mean, you can ask my wife and kids. They do so much of the talking at home that I'm by nature really quiet at home. And I don't post a lot of things on social media. I don't, look for a lot of attention or anything like that. And not that people that post a lot are looking for attention. They're having fun with it, hopefully. But I just don't put a lot of stuff out there. I tend to keep to myself unless we're, out doing a game on the radio or something. But by the next day, like I could feel a huge weight off my shoulders. I told you before that, I noticed myself having a lot more patience with things that, previously might have, triggered me to overreact or, to experience negatively. I felt a change like within less than 24 hours after first opening up. And I'm really proud of the show. I would never change it. I'm glad I did it. No regrets. And the reason and it's going to be an ongoing thing. I mean, like I said, it doesn't end here today, but the point is, I hope that our listeners and viewers, I hope that my example can give them the encouragement to maybe do the same thing, and to maybe experience that themselves, to experience that weight off their shoulders. I think for me, one of the main reasons I felt that way is, because as I go through my day now and at work and everything, if something does cause me to feel a certain way, I feel like maybe the people around me might understand why. I certainly haven't had any any big blow-ups or anything since then. Like I haven't had any temper tantrums or anything like that I can remember. But I feel like if I did react to something, those around me might understand it, and I'm no longer, holding it in and hiding it and trying to put on that actor face and brave face and hide what's going on. So I don't know if that makes sense and totally captures my point here, but it definitely, I wouldn't change it. I'm really glad that we did this show, and I had the forum to do that for me, and hopefully my story can be impactful for you folks listening and watching. And my hope is that everybody can be open about it and feel the same way that I did.
And Daryl, I think it's a fitting way to close out the 9th with you, because really it's where we started. I only look at this as just being grateful to have had a part in this, to be here with you and the audience members, whether they're listening or they're watching, and when they see the segments on the YouTube page. But just grateful to know that, to know you, to have had the chance to listen to your story, for you to share it. Someday we would like to see, I think, where it really wouldn't require any courage to have these conversations. We would just have them. As we would when my hamstring's bothering me and I need to go get that checked out. We would do the same when I'm just not at my best today. And, I think, again, I'm just so appreciative of the time with you, the listeners, for people who've made the time, to check out what we're doing. This isn't the end. To me, I look at it as a beginning, and I'm thankful for you sharing your story. So when you talk about, you're hopeful that your message and your story will maybe inspire or be encouraging to someone else. Well, You've already inspired one person, and it's been very encouraging to this guy. So I thank you for that. I thank you for you. And there's someone that hasn't gone unmentioned here, at least on my end of things, Reed Gunderson from our WellSpan Health team, who you know because used to be part of your team with the Revs. But Reed, you approached me. We had this conversation, and here we are, 9 episodes, 9 innings later, and I'm thankful. So we have the resources after every episode. We want to make sure they continue to be shared with others. And again, thank you for inspiring me. I appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you, Mike. Absolutely. It's one of the great, things of, we're always looking for positives in 2020. And if our schedules weren't adjusted the way that they are, I don't know that this show would have ever happened. Maybe I would still be struggling more. I mean, this show has certainly been therapeutic for me. And obviously the people that have listened each week and benefited in some way from it wouldn't have had this local program. So I guess one of the positives to come from a difficult year, but grateful to get to know you and call you a friend as well. And I've got to give a shout out to Revs president Eric Menzer, who I know it was when he sat down with folks from WellSpan and we're talking about some of the focused initiatives there currently and ways that we might be able to help in our partnership. Mental health awareness was one. And this was an idea that certainly he was at the forefront of as well. So give him a shout out also. And, one last thing, Mike, when we're back to playing baseball this coming summer, you're going to join me in the booth at some point. And the Daryl and Diller show will live on. The audience better watch out when that happens, when I enter into that, because that'll be uncharted territory for me. But I can't wait to be able to join you when we get a chance to do that, man. Yeah, and then we'll actually meet in person as opposed to
right.
through the screen here. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been one of the things I'm most proud of in my career. I've really enjoyed these 9 weeks and have had a lot of fun with it. And hopefully we've had some impact. So appreciate the time. I know you've got a really busy schedule each week, especially now, and you making the time each week. And again, Merry Christmas to you 2 days before. And once this airs, hopefully everybody had a great Christmas and New Year's and holiday season across the board with everything that everybody celebrates.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you. And I echo every single word that you shared there for our audience members as well. And here's to a hopeful and brighter, look to the future as we move into 2021. You take care, and everyone, our audience members as well. Stay healthy and be well, for sure.
And I'll see you in the radio booth at some point this summer.
All right, man. I can't wait for it. Okay, here we go.
For more information on WellSpan Philhaven's tips for good mental health, featuring amazing online tools and apps, as well as tips on staying calm during the pandemic, and videos sharing proven tips on self-care and supporting others during the ongoing pandemic, visit wellspanphilhaven.org. For information on WellSpan's Employee Assistance Program, visit wellspaneap.org. If this is an emergency or you are considering harming yourself, please contact Crisis Intervention at 1-800-673-2496. Additional support is available through the National Suicide Lifeline by calling 1-800-273-8255 or by texting TALK to 741-741. These resources are staffed by crisis professionals and are available 24/7. It's always okay to reach out for help. You're not alone.